My wife said, "I'm taking the kids to live with my boyfriend." I said, "Good luck." Then I called her parole officer about the violation. She forgot she wasn't allowed to leave the state. I, 35 male, am sitting in my lawyer's office right now, waiting for him to finish reviewing custody paperwork. My kids are at my mom's house, safe and confused, but handling it okay. My wife Tara, 33, is currently in county lockup. Let me explain how we got here. 2 days ago, Thursday evening, I came home from work to find suitcases in the hallway. Not mine, my kids' stuff. Their favorite toys, clothes, even their tablets packed up. My daughter Lily, 7, and son Jamie, 5, were sitting on the couch looking confused. Tara walked out of our bedroom with another suitcase. Didn't even look at me. "We need to talk," she said. Clearly. "I'm done pretending this is working. Brett and I are getting a place together. I'm taking the kids." Brett, her workout buddy from the gym, the one she swore was just a friend, the one whose texts she'd hide, the one she was with during her evening classes that somehow never gave her any college credits. "Where?" I asked, surprisingly calm. "His cousin has a rental property. Nice place, good schools." "Where, Tara?" She rolled her eyes. "Does it matter?" "About 4 hours north, across the state line." My stomach dropped, but not for the reason she thought. I kept my face neutral. "When are you planning to leave?" "Tonight. Brett's picking us up in an hour." I looked at my kids. They were watching cartoons, trying to pretend none of this was happening. "Good luck," I said. She stopped, stared at me. "That's it? Good luck? What do you want me to say? You've clearly made up your mind. I expected you to fight for your family." "My family? You're leaving me for another man and taking my kids. What family?" She huffed, went back to packing. I walked to my home office, closed the door, and made a phone call. "Officer Morrison? This is Conrad Wells. Tara's husband. Yeah, she's about to violate. Planning to leave the state tonight. Yes, with the children. I have the address." See, here's what Tara forgot in her excitement about her new life. She's on parole. 18 months ago, Tara got caught writing bad prescriptions. She was working as a dental assistant and thought she was smarter than everyone else. Forged scripts for painkillers, sold them to friends. Got caught when a pharmacist noticed the same dentist's signature looked different on multiple scripts. She got lucky. First offense, good lawyer that I paid for, sympathetic judge. 2 years probation, 18 months parole, stayed sentence. Conditions included monthly check-ins with parole officer, no leaving the state without written permission, random drug tests, maintaining stable residence and employment. She'd been good about it. Officer Morrison even praised her progress last month. Said she might get early termination in 6 months if she kept it up. Guess that plan's shot now. I went back to the living room. Tara was zipping up the last bag. "Kids, go play in your room for a bit," I said. "But Daddy." "Please, Lily, just for a little while." They went. Tara glared at me. "Don't try to turn them against me." "I'm not." "But Tara, have you thought this through? Really thought about it? Brett loves me. He loves the kids. We're going to be a real family. And your obligations here." She waved her hand dismissively. "I'll figure it out, transfer supervision or whatever. Morrison likes me. You need permission to leave the state. It's just a few hours away. Stop trying to control me." A car honked outside. Brett in his lifted truck, of course. "That's our ride," she said, grabbing bags. I helped her load them. Even met Brett, shook his hand. He looked uncomfortable. "No hard feelings, man," he said. "Just how things work out sometimes." "Sure, Brett. Good luck with everything." Tara got the kids. They hugged me, confused why Daddy wasn't coming on the trip. I told them I loved them, to be good, I'd see them soon. Then they left. I waited exactly 30 minutes. Enough time for them to get on the interstate. Then I called Morrison again. "They just left? Black Ford F-150, license plate I texted you. Said they're heading to a place about 4 hours north, across state lines." "You did the right thing, Conrad. This is a clear violation. I'll handle it." I poured myself a drink and waited. The call came at 11:47 p.m. "Morrison. Conrad, we have her in custody. Stopped them about 45 minutes from the border. She's being processed now." "The kids?" "CPS has them temporarily, but as the non-offending parent with no criminal record, you can pick them up anytime." "And Brett?" "Released. No warrants, no violations, just wrong place, wrong time." Though he seemed pretty shocked to learn about her parole status. I'll bet he was. Drove to get my kids at midnight. They were scared, confused, tired. The CPS worker was kind, explained Mommy had to go with the police, but Daddy was here now. In the car, Lily asked, "Why did the police take Mommy?" "She broke some rules, sweetheart. Important rules." "Is she in trouble?" "Yes." "Big trouble?" "Pretty big." Jamie fell asleep in his car seat. Lily stared out the window. "Daddy, are you sad?" Was I? Relieved, maybe. Disappointed, angry, but sad? "A little bit, baby, but we're going to be okay." "Brett was weird," she said quietly. "He said we couldn't call you Daddy anymore, said he was going to be our new dad." And there it was, the rage I'd been pushing down, but I kept my voice level. "No one will ever replace me as your dad, Lily. Ever." "Good. I don't like Brett." "Smart kid." Now I'm here, waiting for my lawyer to draft emergency custody papers. Tara's in jail awaiting her parole violation hearing. She's looking at serving the rest of her original sentence, 18 months. Maybe more with the new charges: attempted custodial interference, child endangerment for trying to take them during commission of a crime. Her one phone call? Not to me. To her mom, who then called me screaming about how I set her up and ruined her life. No, she ruined her own life when she decided the rules didn't apply to her. Again. Update 1. The entitlement has reached astronomical levels. Tara's been in jail for a week. Her parole violation hearing was yesterday. But before I get to that circus, let me tell you what's been happening. First, Brett. Poor stupid Brett. He showed up at my house the day after Tara's arrest. Not aggressive, just pathetic. "Bro, I had no idea she was on parole." "Really? Dating a woman for months and she never mentioned her criminal record?" "She said she had some legal trouble, but it was sorted. I thought maybe like a DUI or something." "Prescription fraud. Felony. She was selling pills." His face went white. "She told me it was a misunderstanding with her old boss." "Brett, can I ask you something? Did she tell you we were separated?" He looked at his feet. "Said you were getting divorced, that you were emotionally abusive, that you controlled all the money. We've never filed for separation, never discussed divorce until she announced she was leaving, and I control the money because she's a felon who committed fraud." Jesus Christ. "How long?" "What? How long have you been sleeping with my wife?" "About 4 months. 4 months. While I was driving her to parole meetings, while I was supporting her through recovery, while I was raising our kids and keeping our family together. Brett, I'm going to give you some free advice. Run. Run far and fast. Don't look back." He left. Haven't seen him since. Now the hearing, Tara's public defender, she couldn't afford her lawyer anymore, tried to paint this as a misunderstanding. Said Tara thought she had permission to travel for family emergencies. The prosecutor shut that down quick. No emergency was documented. No permission was requested. She was leaving permanently, not visiting. She involved minor children in the commission of her violation. Officer Morrison testified. Professional, factual. Explained how I'd called to report the violation, how they'd tracked the vehicle, how Tara became combative during the stop. Oh yeah, didn't mention that part. Tara didn't go quietly. Started screaming about her rights. Tried to prevent the officers from taking the kids. Even shoved Morrison. Added resisting arrest and assault on a peace officer to her charges. But the best part was when Tara testified. Her story changed 3 times. 1, first, she didn't know she couldn't leave the state. 2, then, she thought she had verbal permission. 3, finally she claimed I tricked her into leaving Horth. The judge stopped her. "Mrs. Wells, are you suggesting your husband forced you to leave the state with your boyfriend?" "He manipulated the situation. He knew I wanted to leave and didn't stop me." "Did he encourage you to leave?" "No, but did he help you pack?" "Yes." Did he threaten you if you didn't leave?" "No." "Then how exactly did he trick you?" She started crying. Not sad tears, angry tears. "He called my PO. He set me up." The judge's response was perfect. "Mrs. Wells, you set yourself up when you chose to violate parole. Your husband reporting a crime is not entrapment, it's civic duty. The result? Parole revoked, must serve remainder of original sentence, 18 months, additional 6 months for resisting an assault. Will be evaluated for custodial interference charges. 2 years. Minimum. Could be more if the DA pursues the other charges." Her mom was there, stood up in court yelling about injustice until she was removed. Kept screaming that I was stealing her grandchildren. After court, Tara's lawyer pulled me aside. Your wife wants to discuss custody arrangements. I laughed. Actually laughed. She's going to prison for 2 years minimum. What custody? She still has parental rights, which she can exercise through supervised visits once she's eligible. If she's eligible, I'm filing for full custody with no visitation until she completes her sentence and gets a psychological evaluation. That's harsh. Harsh? She tried to kidnap my kids while committing a felony. She told them another man would be their new dad. She's lucky I'm not pushing for termination of rights. He had nothing to say to that. But the real entertainment came from Tara's family. Her sister Lisa started a Facebook campaign, Justice for Tara. Said I was an abusive husband who weaponized the legal system against a mother trying to protect her children. Protect them from what? Their stable home? Their father? Their school and friends? The posts got maybe 12 likes. Most comments were people asking for clarification. When Lisa explained Tara was on parole and tried to leave state with her boyfriend, the support dried up quick. One comment stands out: so she's a criminal who tried to kidnap her kids to live with her side piece, and you want us to feel sorry for her? Lisa deleted the page after that. Then came the letters. Tara's allowed to write from jail. The first one arrived yesterday. 4 pages of delusion. I'm a monster for calling her P.O. Brett was her true love and I destroyed it. The kids need their mother. She's going to sue for full custody when she gets out. I'm going to pay for this. God will judge me. I gave it to my lawyer. He added it to the file. Said it helps our case. Shows no remorse, no accountability, still making threats. The kids are doing okay. They ask about mommy. I told them she broke some important rules and has to go to timeout for grown-ups. They seem to accept that. Kids are resilient. Lily did ask, is it a long timeout? Pretty long, baby. Did she do something really bad? She made some bad choices. Like when she was taking those pills? I froze. What pills, honey? The ones she kept in her jewelry box. She said they were special vitamins, but I couldn't tell you. My 7-year-old knew. And Tara made her keep secrets from me. That's when I decided, supervised visits only. Forever. A mother who makes her child keep secrets about drugs doesn't get unsupervised access. Called my lawyer immediately. He said to get Lily to a child psychologist ASAP to document this. Another nail in Tara's custody coffin. Meanwhile, I'm juggling work, kids, and legal meetings. My mom's been a godsend, helping with school runs and dinners. My boss has been understanding about the time off I've needed. Life's actually calmer. No more walking on eggshells. No more wondering where Tara really is. No more pretending everything's fine for the kids. Sure, single parenting is hard, but it's easier than co-parenting with a criminal narcissist. Next update will probably be after the custody hearing. Lawyer says it's a slam dunk given the circumstances, but you never know. One thing I do know, Tara thought she could just take my kids and start a new life. Instead, she's starting a new life in a 6x8 cell. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. Update 2, I thought the crazy would die down with Tara locked up. I was wrong. So wrong. First, the custody hearing. Slam dunk doesn't even describe it. My lawyer walked in with police reports from the arrest, Tara's parole violation records, Lisa's Facebook posts, thanks for documenting the crazy sis, Lily's therapy records about the secret pills, character references from teachers, neighbors, my employer, Tara's jail letters threatening me. Tara appeared via video link in an orange jumpsuit. She'd gotten her mom to hire a new lawyer, some ambulance chaser who thought he could paint me as the villain. His argument? I orchestrated her imprisonment to steal the children. The judge actually stopped him mid-sentence. Counselor, are you suggesting Mr. Wells forced your client to violate parole? He created circumstances. Yes or no? Did he force her to leave the state? No, but did he force her to resist arrest? No. Then what exactly is your argument? The lawyer fumbled about emotional manipulation and parental alienation. Meanwhile, Tara was getting agitated on screen, whispering frantically to someone off camera. Then she exploded, started yelling at the judge about how the system protects abusers and she had to save her babies. The court officer had to mute her. The judge's ruling, full legal and physical custody to me. Tara gets supervised visitation only after completing her full sentence, parenting classes, psychological evaluation, drug and alcohol assessment, No overnight visits for minimum 1 year post-release. She pays child support from prison wages, about $40 per month. Tara lost it. Even muted, you could see her screaming, gesturing wildly. They had to remove her from the video room. Her mom stormed out of court, shouting about appeals. Her lawyer quietly told mine he'd be withdrawing from the case. But here's where it gets really interesting. Remember Brett? Turns out he wasn't just some random gym bro. He was married. Married. His wife Valerie showed up at my door last week with a box of stuff. "I think these belong to your wife," she said. The box had clothes, jewelry, perfume, some photos of Tara and Brett, and a tablet. "She left this in Brett's truck. Thought you might want it for evidence or whatever." I invited her in for coffee. Turns out Brett had been spinning his own web of lies. Told Valerie he was working overtime, going to sports events with buddies, visiting sick relatives, all while spending time with Tara. "How did you find out?" I asked. When he came home that night, shaking like a leaf, told me everything. How the cops pulled them over, how Tara was on parole, how there were kids involved. He was terrified he'd get arrested too. "Is he still terrified?" She snorted. "He's terrified of the divorce. I took him for everything. The house, his truck, half his 401k, cheating clause in our prenup. Good for her. But the tablet." Oh, the tablet. Tara wasn't logged out of her email. I know I shouldn't have looked, but I'm human, and what I found was gold. Emails with Brett planning their escape. Emails with her dealer from before her arrest. Yeah, she was buying too, not just selling. Emails with 3 other guys she was talking to, each thinking they were her future. But the crown jewel? Emails with someone named Marcus from 6 months ago, discussing their baby and child support. Their baby. Did some math. 6 months ago plus 9 months, right around when Jamie was born. My 5-year-old son might not be mine. I threw up. Actually ran to the bathroom and threw up. Called my lawyer immediately. He said to get a paternity test ASAP but not to tell Tara yet. Let her think everything's normal while we gather evidence. Got the test done last week. Waiting for results. Looking at Jamie is killing me. He has my eyes. Everyone says so. But does he? Meanwhile, Tara's prison stint isn't going well. Got a call from the warden's office. She's been placed in solitary for fighting. Apparently she told everyone she was a political prisoner and her husband was connected to the police. Other inmates didn't appreciate the lies. She's allowed 1 phone call a week now. Calls her mom, who then calls me with demands. Put money in her commissary account. Bring the kids to visit. Write letters saying I forgive her. Drop the custody case, I don't respond anymore. Just document and forward to my lawyer. But the best part? Lisa, the sister, reached out privately, said she needs to tell me something important. We met for coffee. Tara's been stealing from our parents, she said. For years. They refinanced their house to pay for her first lawyer. She convinced them to invest in some business that never existed. They're about to lose everything. Why tell me? Because they're planning to fight for grandparent rights. Say you're unfit and they should have the kids. I wanted to warn you. They're about to be homeless and they want custody? They're delusional. Tara learned it somewhere. I thanked her for the heads up, added it to my lawyer's pile. Then yesterday, the DNA results came. Jamie is mine. The relief nearly knocked me over. He's mine, my son. But it doesn't erase the fact that Tara was cheating our entire marriage. Who knows how many others there were. The final straw came this morning. Letter from Tara. Not to me, to the kids. My lawyer had instructed all mail goes through him first. She'd written, "My babies, Daddy is keeping us apart because he's mean. When I get out, we'll run away together, just the 3 of us. We'll go somewhere Daddy can't find us and be happy. Don't tell him our secret. A imprisoned woman trying to convince my children to run away with her." That's it. We're filing for termination of parental rights. Attempted parental alienation, threatening kidnapping, psychological manipulation of minors. My lawyer says with this letter, we have a real shot. Tara wanted to take my kids and live with her boyfriend 4 hours away. Instead, she's living in a concrete box 23 hours a day, losing her kids forever, while her boyfriend's ex-wife drives his former truck and lives in his former house. Her parents are facing bankruptcy. Her sister won't speak to her. Her kids are in therapy. Her husband is done. Her freedom is gone. All because she thought she was above the law. Thought she could just take what she wanted. Thought there'd be no consequences. Turns out consequences don't care about what you think you deserve. Final update. This is the last update because the legal saga is finally over, and honestly, I need to close this chapter of my life. The termination of parental rights hearing was last month. Tara appeared via video again, this time with a different lawyer, a court-appointed one, since she'd burned through her money and her parents' money. The evidence was overwhelming. The letter telling the kids to run away with her, multiple disciplinary actions in prison, 5 fights, 2 contraband incidents, failed psychological evaluation, diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial traits, refusal to complete required parenting classes, continued threats against me in recorded jail calls. But what sealed it was her testimony. Her lawyer advised her to show remorse, take responsibility, promise to do better. Instead, she went on a rant about how I stole her children, how the system is corrupt, how Brett was her soulmate. Brett, who hasn't contacted her once since arrest. How she'll never stop fighting for her kids. How when she gets out, she'll make sure justice is served. The judge asked her one simple question. Mrs. Wells, do you take any responsibility for your current situation? Her response, I'm a victim of circumstance and a vindictive ex-husband. The judge terminated her rights. Complete severance. She's no longer their legal mother. Tara screamed so loud, they had to remove her from the video room again. Her mom fainted in court. Her dad walked out without a word. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. 2 weeks after the hearing, I get a call from the prison. Tara's in the hospital. She'd been hiding a pregnancy almost 5 months along. The fighting and stress triggered complications. Brett's? Nope. Remember those other guys she was emailing? One of them was a guard at the jail. Yeah, that kind of situation. The guard's been arrested. Tara's under investigation for her part. Was it consensual or coerced? The baby will go straight to foster care when born. Her parents, facing foreclosure, wanted me to take the baby. It's your children's sibling. No, just no. I'm not raising my ex-wife's prison affair baby. Lisa, the sister, texted me when she heard, I'm done, completely done, she's dead to me. Then she blocked everyone and moved across the country. Meanwhile, life has actually been good. Kids are thriving in therapy and school. Lily made the honor roll. Jamie started soccer and loves it. I got promoted, again, started dating a single mom from Lily's school, taking it very slow, bought a new house in a better school district. The kids don't ask about Tara anymore. Their therapist says they're processing well. We've removed all photos of her from the house at the therapist's recommendation. Clean break. Last week, I ran into Brett at a hardware store. He looked rough. Valerie really did take him for everything. He's living in a studio apartment, driving a 15-year-old Honda. How are the kids? He asked. They're great, living their best life. I'm sorry, man, for everything. I got played too. We all did, Brett, but we're not the ones in prison. He nodded and walked away. Almost felt bad for him. Almost. Yesterday was Lily's 8th birthday. Big party, lots of friends, huge cake. She pulled me aside during the party. Daddy, I'm happy. Yeah? Good birthday? No. I mean, I'm happy all the time now. It used to be scary sometimes, when Mommy was here, but now it's not scary anymore. My baby girl was living in fear and I didn't even know it. It's never gonna be scary again, baby. I promise. I know, you keep your promises. That night, after the kids were asleep, I sat on my porch with a beer. Thought about everything that happened. How a simple, I'm taking the kids to live with my boyfriend led to Tara in prison for 2+ years. Losing all parental rights. Pregnant by a prison guard. Under investigation for new crimes. Family destroyed. Boyfriend's marriage destroyed. Financial ruin for her parents. Complete isolation from everyone who loved her. All because she thought she was above the rules. Thought she could just take what she wanted. Thought her parole conditions were suggestions. I didn't ruin Tara's life. I just refused to let her ruin mine and my kids' lives. The rest, that's all on her. My lawyer called this morning. Tara's trying to appeal the termination from prison. He laughed. With a guard's baby in her belly and new charges pending, good luck with that. I'm done thinking about her. Done worrying about her next move. Done protecting my kids from her chaos. Because legally, she's nothing to us now. Just someone I used to know who made catastrophically bad choices. The kids and I are free. Really, truly free. And we're never looking back. Thanks for following this insane journey. I'm closing this account and moving on with our beautiful, terror-free life. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. You just have to be smart enough not to chase after it.